Hi everyone, this is Gladys Diaz with Heart's Desire International with a little love chat with the love twin today. And the reason I wanted to shoot this video is because you've really been on my mind this week. Really the past couple weeks, I've really been thinking about you. And just this week I was speaking to some of my clients and just hearing about how they're in new relationships and how their relationships are transforming for those who aren't single. It is just so amazing to hear them talking about how happy they are now in their new or existing relationship. When we first started talking together, there was a lot of hopelessness. And, this whole week, people are getting over the Valentines Day Hangover. And I know that it can be pretty intense. There's evidence of love all around you. And, even on social media, I saw the different approaches to the whole Valentine's Day thing. I was watching how people were reacting, and some people were celebrating their love, other people's love. And then there were some people who were downright nasty about the whole love thing on Valentine's Day. There was a lot of resentment. And as I've been speaking to my clients, the thing that just keeps coming up is, first of all, if this was a difficult weekend for you or a difficult week, it's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to acknowledge that there's sadness around not being in a relationship, that there's pain around that. That is a reality. And sometimes we've got to get really intimate with that pain in order to have something shift. And then there's another piece to it, which is those toxic emotions that can come up around love and relationships. And that's really what I want to speak to today, because there is a big difference between accepting that you are single right now, or accepting that right now your relationship isn't everything that you would like it to be, and being resigned. When you're in resignation, there is a sense of hopelessness. There is a sense of, there's like this bitterness sometimes, and there can also be numbness around it. Like you actually numb yourself to feeling anyway about it. But most of the time, what comes with resignation is that feeling of hopelessness, frustration, and there is some victimization in it. Like you feel like you're a victim of your circumstances. I can't find anyone. I don't have anyone who loves me. I'm never going to find anyone who loves me. I give up. Okay, that's resignation. Usually when it comes to resignation, there isn't a sense of peace, which is what distinguishes resignation from acceptance. So when you can accept that this is my reality right now, and I want to emphasize the right now because your single status is temporary if you choose it to be. Right? If you choose to create a shift, if you choose to do the work, it's absolutely possible to stop being single. Women do it every minute of every day, okay? Same thing for a relationship that's not working. If your relationship isn't working, and it hasn't been working for a while, because I talk about this all the time, let's be honest with ourselves. That's part of accepting that the signs have been there for a while, and this is not a new phenomenon, that things have been falling apart for a while. So whether you're single, or you're in a relationship, the difference between being resigned and hopeless and bitter about the current state of affairs, which is temporary, and bringing acceptance to the situation is that when you bring acceptance to it, there is a sense of peace that comes with it, which means it might sound like, right now I'm single, and accepting that I'm sad about that. Not that my life is bad, not that I don't have other forms of love in my life. You want to accept those things too. But if the desire of your heart is to be in a loving, lasting, romantic relationship with a partner who mutually exchanges love with you, okay, where you have the experience of loving and being loved, to pretend like that's not there for you, to get angry because it's not there for you right now, is to deny your heart's desire. So that's what brings up that feeling of frustration, that you feel and the feelings of hopelessness. But if you can accept that right now, temporarily, I'm single and I would like that to change. Or right now, my relationship isn't everything that I would want. There's a lot of bickering. Maybe there's a lot of silence that can be just as bad as bickering right now. And I would like that to change. That's where you find your power. That's empowering. Because instead of resignation, you're a victim of the circumstances and you can feel like there's nothing that you can do to change it. And you'll actually tell yourself that. That's for another video. Okay, the things we tell ourselves that completely disempower and self-sabotage us. But when you accept there is power, because you, first of all, you can't transform something that you don't recognize. Like if you don't know that there's something that's not working, how in the world are you supposed to transform it and turn it around? So if right now in your life, your relationship status or your relationship itself is not where you would like it to be, and you have been falling into resignation, desperation, frustration, and all of those other toxic emotions that rob you of your peace and have you tell yourself that this is the way that it is and it's going to be, versus accepting what is right now, temporarily, and acknowledging that you would like things to change, then if you're in that space where you want to shift from resignation to acceptance, go ahead and tell yourself, be honest with yourself, where are things right now? What is not working the way that you would like it to work? Say that to yourself right now. And then bring acceptance to it. And then acknowledge what you would like to see different. So what would you like to see happen in your relationship status? What would you like to see transform in your relationship? And write that down too. And I want you to actually experience the shift in your energy when you move from resignation to acceptance. And if you want help in actually creating the change that you've acknowledged you want, then I'm going to invite you to click on the link below. Let's schedule a time to talk. You don't have to figure this out by yourself. Michelle and I are here to help you. And let's really start putting action behind the desire. Okay? Because we can wish and hope and pray and dream, like my friend used to say, till the cows come home and milk themselves. But really, what creates change after the acceptance and the acknowledgement of what you want is to get into inspired action. And we would love to help you with that. So go ahead, click the link below. Let's set up some time. I've actually freed quite a few spaces in my calendar for next week, and I would love for one of them to be a chance to speak with you. Right? This is Gladys Diaz with Heart's Desire International. And until our hearts meet again, always remember that you are loved. Goodbye for now.